Hello, welcome to Your View. I am Mariah Afolabi Brown. As always, I have my co-host here with me. Hello, ladies.
Hi, Mariah.
We are three today because Nima was stuck in traffic, so I think I'm so that she's actually here. She'll be here very soon. So,
okay.
How you doing, Uwa?
I'm good.
You look nice and bright this morning. This is your yellow, sunny yellow. You look really nice.
Thank you. This is courtesy of the wardrobe department, and I'm looking I feel very good today. Okay. Although I've been a bit under the weather.
Looks like it. You sound like
it,
actually.
So,
what's wrong with you?
It's personal.
Oh, okay.
As far as it's not pregnancy. That one we will see. That one will not be personal in a few months.
Well, we're going to extend, no. I tell my Oga, please, Oga, calm down. This team was not click. Hey, this thing I did was not click because I've finished. I have closed the shop. Please.
It's no issue. It's not making mouth like that.
Father Lord Almighty, this thing was not click.
It's not Father Lord.
It's not Father Lord. Anytime we
go to It's Free.
But no, I don't want those. That's
you don't want all those birth control.
This
okay.
one,
okay, so it's prayer you want. Fantastic.
This one I'm about to go into.
Don't worry.
Let's not click.
Naming ceremony, washiwa.
No, I'm done.
Everybody keeps saying that the way you're looking very good.
Yes, so it's a lot of work.
It's twins, so after this I stand. I said, please, people stop wishing me that kind of a thing now.
Well, we fast and
but today, this morning, I was dropping my children off in school, and one crazy, would I call him crazy driver? Because he was driving some Chinese people. He just came and was facing me. He was driving on the wrong lane. And he was still,
As in, get out of the way.
Get out of, I'm wondering, you are a driver. You're not even ashamed of yourself. Because I don't know what these drivers feel when they drive people of different skin color. It's like it gets like they're important.
Excuse me, I saw a driver driving himself in an SUV yesterday on CMD road, and he faced one way. You know that way you're supposed to use to get onto the expressway? He faced one way and he was flashing me to get out of the road. So I parked in front of him, looking at him like, what's wrong with you? Please, what has happened to last mile Lagos State? We need them.
The traffic yesterday was crazy.
And nothing caused the traffic, except that there are no last mile in some parts.
Usually there are spots where last mile guys are always, stationed. There was, I'm wondering what our governor is doing, because the rate of what's it called, traffic gridlock has, in short, is it quadrupled or which grammar would I use?
Everywhere there's traffic.
It's just too much.
Yesterday was pretty bad. Even traffic going towards the island up until afternoon. Non-stop. It was just locked down. All through, and even to enter our Road was crazy. Usually it happens in the mornings, but afternoon
but
it's gone.
till 3 o'clock when we were coming back, from the celebration debate, I was going to talk about that. I was really impressed, with the students who came to debate yesterday, and I was saying to myself, Jumoke, were you this intelligent when you were in secondary school? I'm happy, and the lady who won, she's from a public secondary school, and I'm impressed that regardless of her maybe parents' financial background, regardless of where they're coming from, students from this school will, have the drive and the passion to say that I'm going to make it, I'm going to do well for myself, I'm going to push myself, I just hope that the government will encourage these people. Imagine someone like that, because of maybe financial handicap, has to stop in secondary school.
All right, well, I'm glad that I was there too. It was a fantastic event. I'm happy.
You were both judges.
We're both judges, and I think everybody was happy with
our judgment.
Our judgment was
the
private schools were good, actually.
They were very good.
Let's not act, they were actually also good.
The private schools were just speaking for them.
And also anyway, whatever.
They were not just speaking for them. I listened to the debate, and they were really cogent points that they were raising. And I think it's good. It's just that the girl that won, she had a lot of drama. So I'm thinking maybe you guys, the judges.
No, she had a lot of sense.
No, I didn't like her first intro, but the second comeback was fantastic. She
all right,
did
that's
well.
all we can take on this. Let's take a quick break. I think Nima is around now. All right, she's going to join the show. We'll take a quick break. When we return, we'll go through the front pages of the newspaper. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. All right, Nima is in the building. Good to see you. Don't worry, we'll come to the issue. But we're going to start with the Vanguard. Ministerial list, Senate begins screening of nominees October 13th. UK crime agency replies Vanguard. Diezani's cash seizure not related to arrest. Olise Enyama at each other's throats in Belgium. Mercuria acquires 17% equity in Fort Oil. And you cannot miss the picture of the traffic that caused Nima's lateness this morning. That's no road, bad portions of Ilasa Maja, Itire areas along Oshodi-Apapa Expressway, Lagos. So, Nima, we're going to start with you. What happened this morning? What time did you leave the house?
You know that I've always been talking about this particular spot.
Yes.
It is from a long stretch of road from starting from Itire all the way to Ilasa. It is like that. It's bad. There's a dead trap. Yeah. Now, at that spot where the dead trap usually is, a container tried to maneuver where a tanker was maneuvering at the same time. So it fell, fortunately, on the tanker, not on any lower car, because if they had fallen on a car, that car would have, would have taken some lives. But I thank God, we're there for more than an hour. I got there by 7, and we're not just moving. We're just, standing still. But fortunately, I think last month, people they started calling in, the officials, and
that's why I came in to help. Fantastic. But honestly, that I've been through that part, and it's crazy. You almost have to go one by one to maneuver.
Yes, yeah, and I also want to raise this. Whenever, for us, people that have smaller cars, whenever there's a big crater on the road like that, make sure if there's any big container or any tanker beside you, wait for the tanker to either go, or if you think you have clearance to go before the tanker, because don't be at the same level beside that tanker or the container, because anything can go wrong.
They keep falling over.
If most of them don't even have good tires, anything can go wrong, and they just fall over, and it's another loss of life.
Was at the event. Yeah. I had seen this morning. She was actually covering it live.
Yes,
it's a really terrible situation. But we just pray that our ex-action governor is made Minister of Works, because then we'll be rest assured that place will be done.
Because it's a federal road. That's
the federal road. He always complained about
if it was a state road, he would have fixed it years ago. Because that road has been bad for years.
So, Mr. Ex-Governor Fashola...
Who was the ex-Minister of Works?
Onole Meme. Even came on... he came on TV to say that, the budget for that road had been approved. That they did just to sell it and took pictures and said that they had done...
Can you imagine that?
People like that, shouldn't they go to prison?
They should be probed.
All right, let's move on to making Nima late for the show. Kind of nonsense that. The Punch, major headline. Protests as Saraki unveils Buhari's ministerial list. Senate to screen Fashola, Amechi, others from Tuesday. Buhari's list not worth the long wait, says PDP. Picture here, Nigerian returnees from the Central African Republic. They're all here in Adamawa State. Charles Oka attempts to kill himself in court. Soldiers arrest Boko Haram financier in Borno. Kashamu's award tears Nans apart. Aregbe Shola, others battle Lagos State government estate residents over land. Diezani, EFCC grills oil baron Jide Omokore. And let's see, foreign investor buys 39.4 billion naira stake in Fort Oil. Okay, let's rest the ministerial story because our hot topic today. What other story?
You don't want to talk about the protest?
The Oka.
Okay, go. Charles Oka, yes.
Charles Oka, yes. Charles Oka was the one responsible for the October 1st bombing. He's in court.
5 years in court.
Alleged. Whatever you want to call it. And, he didn't have his former lawyer, Festus Keyamo, he had dropped his lawyer, so he was using the federal legal aid to, to represent him. And yesterday, after a lot of adjournments, they were the ones pushing for adjournments initially, but now too many adjournments, the lawyers don't even show up. So he got frustrated and he gave a speech. He tried to use a chair to smash the window of the courtroom.
He first of all pleaded with the judge to allow him to talk. And when they put him in the dock, or what they call it? Yeah. He now picked up, after finishing his very emotional speech, he picked up a chair and tried to hit the glass. And where the court is on the 3rd floor. So he was trying to break the glass of the window to jump over to commit suicide. And his brother is already in jail in South Africa.
The truth is that when you have too many, if we don't expedite
it, yes.
This is what we always get. People get punished. Innocent people get punished for waiting. You are waiting trial for delayed trial like this. Justice delayed is justice.
The point I wanted to even drive at was that let's even assume that he's guilty. 5 years of awaiting
has already taken half of the.
You know what is the sentence? You know what's the sentence? His brother has been in jail for almost 2 years in South Africa.
He has completed trial.
Oh, can you imagine? He is still waiting trial. So let's assume he's even a criminal and
this is a systemic problem that we need to fix in our country. They need to make it.
Moving on very quickly to Daily Sun. Behold the new ministers on Fashola, Amechi, Lai Mohammed, Ogbe, others. Battle shifts to 15 states. Senate grilling next week. You can see pictures here of all the nominees. $6.6 billion oil deal. The Azanis associate Omokore quizzed, released. And soldiers nabbed 3 more Boko Haram financiers. Did anybody read that? The Boko Haram financiers.
The Boko Haram financier they caught on Monday started blowing whistles and it led to 3 more arrests.
Yeah, they said he supplies kola nuts to them. To the Boko Haram. They found him with 1 million naira. I mean, that's not the real financier. There are some real ones somewhere.
It's beyond kola nuts and 1 million.
The ones flying private jets to go and drop.
But you know, some people, these guys, they might be richer than what they found on them.
Well, anyway.
True, Sha. Because
this
NNPC was richer than money found on
her. They said that at least the man complied. He went to and he honored the invitation.
This is UK. This is not Nigeria. I think you not appear. You better comply. If not.
So after quizzing him for a long time, no, but his EFCC is our own. He's in Nigeria here now, but he's linked to the crime in the UK. So after quizzing him but they've not told us whatever it is that they found, but I'm happy that they are now probing all the people that are linked.
They are trying to do the right thing also. That don't arrest him until you have a case against him. Just ask the right questions.
All right, moving on to The Guardian. Ministerial list split Senate. Picture here of Dangote and Otedola and others here during the anniversary celebration of the firm. Anxiety over dwindling fortunes in maritime sector. Reps halt planned review of electricity tariff at the mercy of handymen. Okay, I'm not sure we got to this paper. I don't remember reading any of these papers. And our last paper for this morning is This Day. You can see a picture here of our governor, Ambode, and his deputy. Says being accountable to Lagosians. I think during their quarterly town hall meeting, I think this is Amuodofin or somewhere in Lagos. Let's see. And we also see the senator here, Mrs. Oluremi Tinubu also there, and Obakiolu. Buhari's ministers, who gets what? PDP senators question non-submission of full list. Opposition parties express disappointment. Alex Maduike, British authorities extend dragnet to persons of interest. Makuria acquires 17% stake in Fort Oil for $200 million. Who read that? Because I know...
Now I talk about Governor Ambode.
That's the one that is hot.
That he says that in 3 months he has governed Lagos with 3 billion naira less than
saved 3 billion naira
than ex-governor Fashola. And I'm sorry, Governor Ambode, I don't see no governance. Can you spend the 3 billion on repairing our roads and putting last mile and security back into Lagos? We don't care if you spend more money, but we see governance. It's not about coming to tell us that you're saving our money. Just govern the state. That's what we're asking for.
Well, some people argue that we're waiting for the commissioners.
The commissioners. So 4 months after. Oh, so let's talk about ministers now.
Hold on. Can I say on this Governor Ambode's town hall meeting, revelation that he has saved 3 billion. I don't think Lagosians are particular about how much you save. I think Lagosians are more particular on governance and on the things that you are actually doing. If you're saying that you are saving 3 billion naira, and we have seen countless cases of robbery, we've seen bigger craters on the road, we've seen more kidnappings, we've seen a lot of traffic gridlock, and this traffic issue has been the major Like, you know, when your identity, how are you coping with Lagos traffic? Yes. And which I think successfully, Fashola was able to, to curb with the presence of last month. But now, we're not seeing any of those. So it's not about you coming to say you're saving money. Let us actually see that you're saving money. We love the fact that you're saving money. Save money, and also let us see that you're doing the work.
It's like a housewife telling her husband that I've saved 10,000 naira this month, but the children are not going to school.
Or there's no food for them to eat.
And there's no lights for them to use.
I beg.
All right, that's all we can take on front page review. Maybe we should find a way to get the...
We need to bring up Nambode back.
Come and tell us. We need to understand
because
what the blueprint, because we're whatever continuity, Abi.
How hard can it be to just continue?
In addition to that, even all the Lagos Homes projects that we saw, that there was a lot of work.
They are now abandoned.
I saw the wood yesterday. I was telling you that it has dried up.
You did not notice that the wood was falling off.
You know, so it's not about savings.
That's what we can take. Let's not make it our hot topic today, but it's our observation. But continuity, we just pray it. Continuity should not be so difficult.
God bless you.
All right, when we come back. Ministerial list is the hottest topic right now. So that's our hot topic. Stay with us, we'll be right back. Yes, welcome back. Now, a crack seems to have appeared among senators over confirmation of the 21 ministerial nominees following yesterday's unveiling of this list by President Muhammadu Buhari last week. Some senators are not comfortable with particular candidates, while others fault the number. Now, what are your thoughts? It's your view. Let it count. You can call us on 070-8066-8014. You could tweet to us at TVC_ENT, and please hashtag your view. We'd like to hear your thoughts, your views, especially on this ministerial list.
Mariah, may I quote?
Let me finish now. Hey, okay.
I just want to give you a quote.
Oh yeah, continue.
So that you start from there. Yinka Odumaki of Afenifere in the papers today was saying, there is no excitement or surprise in the list. They are mostly the run-of-the-mill people that do not warrant the 4-month wait. Those names could have been submitted at the Eagle Square on May 29th. Oh, yeah, continue.
Okay, so that is Yinka Odumaki's view. What is your own view on this list?
My own view is that I agree that some of the people on this 21 people list, is not man, there are 3 women amongst them, where, okay, let me not say some of the people. One in particular. There are a few of them. There's a 64-year-old man, there's another 68. And they were, one in particular was a minister when he was 32.
Say his name now,
36 years ago.
How do he's not above 60.
God will bless you. They say he's 68. So
they said that, according to the papers today, Saraki's father swore him in. And then Saraki, Bukola was a secondary school. Then, now Bukola is swearing him in now. He's going to be screening him again.
I have questions that I need people to be answering, because I want people to call in to tell us their own views. Now, what's the retirement age in Nigeria again? 65. He's above retirement age. Secondly, if he was minister 36 years ago, should he not be an ex-official? Someone we are going to for advice, not a minister.
Pause. Is it possible that our president wants to work with people he knows and trusts?
You see the problem with voting an old president.
No, listen to me. Listen, you see, they are both arguments. Let's respect both arguments. Yes, he's old, he's gray, but the president is saying, you know what? This is somebody who I know, I can vouch of his integrity. I know he can get the job done.
Let me defend Buhari in this matter.
Yes,
go ahead.
From the crop of people on this list, you see that there was a lot of conflict between the president and the party. There would have been a lot. That's why it took us 4 months. It wouldn't have been easy for him to agree. Look at the people that finally came out. If I see an Audugbe on that list, I'm not happy that we had to wait 4 months. But I know that the people that worked for his success under the party now will not allow him, even his conscience will not allow him, turn down an Amechi. We knew what Amechi did for him.
The sacrifice.
We knew the sacrifice. If Amechi had not become minister, in fact, they're not born away. Make it reach River State again. That's the truth.
All right, let me take Patrick's call. Patrick, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Good morning. Please go ahead.
Yes, I want to comment on Amechi and his position.
Okay.
My issue is that if Buhari really wants to fight corruption and make Nigerians believe that there is no fatality in whatever he's doing, he should first of all tell to go and answer the issue he has with the state. That is my own.
Okay.
We are no longer in this country. If fighting corruption, let's put it to the name. Thank you.
All right. There was a position that even ex-president Jonathan had more technocrats. That these are filled with more politicians. It's as if just settling scores and trying to just benefit his party.
But the personality of Buhari is someone that you cannot work with him if you are not, up to the task. Even if they were politicians, I'm sure they will not. There will be a standard. If they fall short of it, we'll have a review of the cabinet within a few months. It's even easier to review the cabinet than to recall a senator.
Can I say argument?
Okay, let me come to you.
For me, this is a tabula rasa. What's in the column? The clean slate. The truth is that President Buhari is a different president. I don't want us to question the people he has chosen to be on this ministerial list.
I disagree.
Because if the head is correct, there's absolutely no way people will not work. It is almost an impossibility.
I disagree.
For you to say, okay, I have selected you, and you're not doing the job, and you still remain there.
Okay.
It is unlike the former president that we had, that even when it was obvious that some of them were not doing their jobs, they still sat down there and they just, it was like the living room. Yes.
Okay, let me take Idowu from Ogba. Idowu, are you there?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Please go ahead.
Yeah, you guys are doing a good job.
Thank you, sir.
But just like one of you said, I don't know the business of Ogbe in that list.
Thank you.
Okay.
Because I will say there are no other people who have integrity, young, energetic people in that zone. It's time to tell Buhari the truth. And the earlier he knows this, the better. He should review that list. He should review that list. And why giving two tranches? That is the first set. Why would the second set come up?
Abby.
For goodness sake.
Okay, thank you so much.
Is that
now,
he has the power to put his cabinet together. He has the power to reshuffle the cabinet within any time, as often as possible.
Mariah.
So it's easier to check them. The president, if he has a vision, can say, if you are not falling in line with my vision, get out of the office.
Okay.
Let someone else come and do it.
I
agree. To remove
I agree with you.
Senator.
I agree that a minister can be sacked the next day.
Yeah.
That's superior argument. But then again, if Audu Ogbe was a minister when he was 32, where are the youth of today? Where are the 28 and 32-year-olds in this new cabinet? Hold on. Okay. They are the ones who destroy the country to the extent that our young people are not. If you say that a 35-year-old wants to be minister or president now, they'll say 35-year-old, what does he know? But they were ministers and presidents when they were young people. They destroyed our educational system. They made most of Nigerians poor. And now they are perpetuating themselves in leadership. Why?
Okay, let me take this call from Yakub. Yakub, are you there?
Morayo.
Morning, please go ahead.
Jumoke, take it easy.
I'm angry, I'm very angry.
Don't be angry. You know
Hang in
why?
there.
The reason is this. If you people could cast your mind back at 1999 when we come to this political dispensation, the General Olusegun Obasanjo then, when he gave us the ministerial nominee, all made up of politicians then, because he knows one of them, or almost all of them, play one or two things in terms of making him being president that time. So this time around, you could see that, okay, for example, now look at Amechi, as you rightly said earlier. If Amechi does not be in that ministerial nominee, what do you think in that studio? You will not be happy also, because he played a very vital role for President Muhammadu Buhari to become a president. And then I totally disagree with one first caller who says that Amechi should go back to go and answer something in his state. He will never there, because we all know it's a political setup. Sure, you understand? If the EFCC today come up with something against Amechi, we all agree. But that setup of something in a state.
Thank you.
EFCC, not in state.
Thanks, Yakub. I also want us to mention people we think or we expected to be in that list, because there were numbers. Patutomi, Obi Ezekwesili,
Falana. Hold on. See, it's not
Abike Dabiri.
It's not because people are making noise. You understand that you now say they should select them. Do you understand? What would they bring on the table? Obi Ezekwesili.
What would I do? Hang in, let me finish.
What? Obi Ezekwesili, I've sat down in a lot of conferences that she has facilitated, and she keeps saying that she's not interested. So it's possible that maybe she was called upon and she said she wasn't interested.
That's not true.
Hold.
It's not true.
She said it with her mouth. Hold on, let me finish.
She said it was appointed.
Let her finish. She's almost
done. Countless times she has said that she's not interested. Yeah. However, I am very, very happy. Yeah. Do you understand? Because even if we're talking left, right, and center, there are some particular people I'm very excited about. I'm excited about Governor Fashola. I'm excited about Fayemi, and I'm excited about
I disagree with you about
Amechi. Hold on, Amechi is a game changer. One second. You might disagree with me, but Nima, let us not be blind to the fact that Fayemi did a fantastic job in Ekiti State.
You say waiting.
He did a
hang in there. Okay, you know what? Yeah, guys. Well, let's hang in there, because the truth is that there's a second list coming up. We've been told that there's another. We're waiting for that second list, and when that list comes out, hopefully we shall see other names. But the first things first. No, what's your issue?
High five.
Falana,
because he's a lawyer.
High five.
Because
I felt that was my Minister of Justice. I looked forward to it. I knew that we'll have speedy trials, speedy prosecutions just going on against this corruption fight. We'll know we have
Must
the right
he be a minister?
He has to be the Minister for Justice, the Attorney General to prosecute.
Queen, are you there?
He has to be.
Good morning, Queen. Are you there?
Hello.
Good morning. Go ahead, please. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Mr.
We have tweets.
Okay, let's take some tweets. Let's take about 4 each, please.
So far, so good. The ministerial list is on point. That's Adedoyin Anike. Adiola Adegbite says, service has nothing to do with age. JEJ had young ministers. Where did they take us to? Fireshare also saw competence in an old man. Ayatu says, I would rather have a competent 80-year-old to govern me than a 40-year-old squandermaniac. Akim Amao said, yes, we desire quality leadership and they don't want test run, but I believe we youth are not as stupid as they think.
Okay, Sir J.M. Adeshina says, what I'm concerned about the list is not anyone's personality, but what we do to make this nation great. Onise Oba says, ministerial list recycling of the old same people. Youths are leaders of tomorrow that is not forthcoming. God help us.
What?
Olayinka Oluwabi says, Uwa might not want to question the list because she might be nursing a miraculous call-up. When will the young grow in Nigeria? Oh God, I'm not nursing any call-up. As I am right now, I'm not ready to be any minister. The truth is that we must acknowledge the fact that, you see, in as much as we are making a lot of noise, people are talking, everybody is talking, everybody wants to be heard. This man is already saddled with a lot of how do I put it, pressure to want to select the right people. Okay. So let us wait first. Me, I don't like rushing, putting the cart before the horse.
I think I like what Nima said earlier. That fine. Okay, and even Yakub, one second, you go ahead. Even Yakub said it, that Obasanjo did something similar. When you first of all start, you try to ensure that, okay, you meet everybody's needs, settle everybody. After that, once you see and observe that, okay, these people are not doing, you can actually, it's easier to remove a minister than a senator. So that might be one reason. Another argument is, as I said earlier, maybe our president feels that, listen, yes, I know I can trust some people because right now there's a lot of pressure on him to achieve, to deliver. Yes. So these are people I can vouch for today. Now they're the older, they're the same or the same. They're the old people, you know, but let me even use them first. Eventually, I might change them. We don't know that. On the flip side, people feel like, okay, people like you say, you know what? There are younger, more competent people that can do this job. Did he have to take us 4 whole months to get this same list? No, you can give us this list 4 months ago.
May 29.
No. I'm just saying
okay. Baby Schnee says, let's not be sentimental. The list is a disappointment. Why are we recycling old heads? What's Audu Lai Mohammed doing on the list?
Oh, they're lying.
Yeah, he's there. Onazi says, Jumoke, calm down. Stress on politics is like eating worms with the fishes. Romy Ima says, Uwa, what is bad, say it. The list betrayed the long way to Joe.
Says, your view, #YourView, human being can never be contented. No matter who is on this list, we just need good governance.
I think let's end with that. Because regardless, what if we are surprised that even this list performs? Exactly. Simply because the head is correct.
Thank you.
Is it possible that somehow get... that's another point.
There are 3 women there already.
What is only? 3 out
Listen, they have not announced the remaining. Hold on.
Lagos and put Abike.
Abio.
Lagos.
No.
Please
choose one.
Let me tell you something.
It has to be one person for
We have said it clearly that when the head is correct, every other person falls in line. So it doesn't matter who they put, list or no list. It doesn't matter who they put there.
Okay.
All right. We will see
I think
performance.
We can end this
Nigeria will change.
Well, congratulations to our ex-governor.
Yes,
he's the only one I'm happy about.
We only pray.
Not the
only one.
We only pray they give a ministry.
Let them screen him.
Because that's Lagos, Ibadan, and there was that one.
Let them screen him.
Alright, listen.
He's a nominee. I'm celebrating.
They are congratulating him for nomination.
Wait. No, let us celebrate what is worth celebrating.
They have not screened.
I congratulate you for your nomination.
Yes.
Ex-Governor Fashola.
Yes. Congratulations for the nomination. All right, because if he was not on that list,
let's send it passing.
All right.
This will put that man in trouble.
All right, that's all we can take on this show right now. We're going to take a quick break. When we return, President Buhari's hope for economic growth. Stay with us, we'll be right back. Welcome back. The Monetary Policy Committee of the Central Bank of Nigeria has warned that the country's economy could slip into recession by next year if proactive steps were not taken by the federal government to revive key sectors of the economy. But despite the economic situation, President Muhammadu Buhari is being optimistic that there is going to be a massive turnaround in the economic sector. Joining us to shed more light on this is the president of the National Institute of Marketing in Nigeria, Mr. Ganiyu Kole-Doye. Welcome to the show, sir.
Welcome, my dear. It's Kole-Doye.
Kole-Doye, I do apologize. Kole-Doye, I'm sorry about that.
That's the first time you're hearing that.
You can call us on 070-8066-8014. You can tweet to us at TVC_ENT, #Yourview to be a part of the show. Now, sir,
yes.
We heard that speech recently where this, I think it was the CBN governor was mentioning is that, well, we need to do things to, especially the other sector, the non-oil sectors. We need to revamp those sectors to ensure that we don't go into recession. Now, how achievable is this between now and January? I think it was January was the time they're saying that might happen. How is that possible?
No, nothing like that is possible. At this juncture. You see, what is happening basically is that people have to be patient.
Okay.
We have been traveling along about 100 kilometers per hour. And everybody was in the train. Suddenly you have to slam the brake. And when you slam the brake, what happens is that you slow down, you stop, you observe. That's what we think is going on now, they're observing. The central bank is justified in its pessimistic view. That is what bankers do.
Okay.
They must. That is, their job is not to tell you that the future is rosy. They're doing the right thing. In fact, I think the government action with financial institutions is a major coup. That is one area we silently, both the president and the vice president, because I tend to listen to the vice president for the articulation of the policies and things more. I find that that is one area where they have looked at the way we have been managing our funds in the country and suddenly saddled the central bank for the time being as also a commercial bank to remove some of the excesses in the financial, in the commercial banks and put it in the central bank. That is one area. But the central bank does not know what is going to happen in Nigeria in 6 months' time. Nobody knows. What people believe is that, as all Nigerians, we all believe in miracle. And we want miracle. We believe we have found a Messiah. The guy has come, and everything he touches will be gold. That is not going to happen. But there are good points. in spite of the inadequacies of the previous government, there are some foundations which have been laid in the agricultural area.
Fantastic.
Those areas, I am sure the president will emphasize it.
Yes. Amen.
Because he doesn't have a choice. He has to. Nobody needs to advise that when the oil industry and oil prices is dropping and you're not going to generate from, you have to look for other sources.
Now, let us help those viewers that don't even understand what a recession is.
Yes.
Because what is a recession? What causes a recession? And if it does happen, what does that mean for us, the people at home?
Well, there are theoretical economic definition of recession, as well as the practical aspects of day-to-day aspect of recession. A recession is when you have a slow growth in the economy, whereby, let us say that on average, people are generating about 1 billion naira income as an aggregate income of a community or a country. Then suddenly you find that you are generating about only 800 million. Now that has serious impact because it means that there are less funds to be invested in various areas. It means also that people are not getting enough money to invest in certain areas, and so on and so forth. And that is what people are afraid of. That look, if we dip back from where we are at this point in time, where there are lots of complaints by people of majority of the people in the country, because they fall within the range of about 65% of Nigerians are discontented. They have no share. They are not part of the system of those who are very liquid, those who have the funds. So if you now have a system whereby people are scared that when you slam the brake, you halt the whole economy, and you don't invest immediately on where you are going to replace the income for people to invest. When you earn income, you invest, you buy, and then the economy will open up. If you don't have that structure, that is why people are worried that recession is coming, and that means we have less to spend, less to invest, and therefore it could be worse than the situation we were. In the short term, I cannot see how you can prevent it. Because basically, this is it. You have to invest. It has to germinate. It has to grow before you realize it. So that is the practicality.
You mentioned earlier that the CBN governor, as a banker, should be pessimistic. He shouldn't give us a rosy picture. But yesterday, on the news, he said that the pricing of the naira as against foreign currencies was at a good price. And we see the price of those other foreign currencies always affecting the price of consumption and everything in this country. How promising is that pricing now as compared to the foreign currencies, and how promising is it? How possible is that situation that it can change things?
And if he's saying it's a good price right now, does it mean that we're not planning for it to drop in the near future?
Anytime soon.
Please, your currency at this point in time is controlled. It's not allowed to operate in the open market. So that is what the government has done, because the government feared that if you have devaluation by whichever means of the currency, imports will become more expensive. You don't have the funds. So, and that is the major coup by the government, by saying if I allow the commercial bank to continue to transact that money, the way they are playing with it, then we're going to have devaluation of the currency. Yes, if we produce something, it becomes cheaper.
But I have a call from Gabon. I don't want to lose this call.
Please.
Hector from Gabon. Are you there?
Yeah.
How is Gabon?
Good morning.
How are you watching us?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. If I can call her.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to comment on the Ministerial. I think the most important thing is for the people to really work for us, because we don't care if there are old people there. So as we are watching from outside, we are very proud of our country, and what we need really is for people to work for us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
People to have the dividend of democracy.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. All right. So back to what you were saying.
Please, my dear, I would like to come back, but I just want to caution something.
Yes.
Everybody says he has a stake. There's this anxiety or tension or building up that we have brought a government that is going to do everything. Anybody who opposes this government or who doesn't represent his views or this, no, we must go in this direction. I think people have to rethink of what they are, the way they are perceiving. Please, the man is not a magician. What he has done from past experience is to slow down, look at where the problems are, and to the best of his ability and some of his colleagues that he has brought around, see how best they can fix it. I think we have to be very careful about the political process, because politics should be part of the whole process, and it will be ongoing. But we have to be very careful not to continue to express, you must do this. Tell our leaders, unless...
Okay, let me take this call from Reverend Dominic first. Reverend Dominic, are you there?
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I wish you would give me 1 minute this morning. I want to make a point.
Okay.
Just the last topic about the ministerial.
Yes.
Let me give you experience. When I talk in Nigeria, I don't talk because I want to talk.
Okay.
When we form fresh political party, I want to talk about technocrats. You go to this office of technocrats like you, like Tokwe, like Jiboke, join us the political party. They say, hey, my industry, my company, I want to be a professional. Now, political party is like a gang of armed robbers. If I form a robbery gang with Jiboke and we rob a bank, I will share with a dreamer. He didn't tell me to rob it. That's what it is. You wouldn't expect these people to win the election and go and find somebody in Ivory Tower in UK to become a minister of finance. It's not possible. And as soon as you are on that kind of government, the people you see today, you will see
continue to see them tomorrow.
Because they're players on this like you,
join governance, join politics.
Join the political party.
Go and join the political
get that
party.
power. Then they will share to you. Let me say this over to you. Let me tell you this. That Buhari is a good man will not mean that this minister will not push him down. I'll give you an example. When Buhari was PTS chairman, he had a secretary who stole us blind. When opposition wanted to try him, he committed suicide. So to me, this ministry, I have a mixed feeling. But that.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you, Reverend. Nice one. Let's take a quick break now. When we come back, more on this state of our economy. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Yes, we're still talking about economy. Now, what role can the individual states play? Because we found that, well, I know about Lagos State right now. Lagos State has tried to generate internally revenue, try to jumpstart the economy just to make it stable such that they can pay salaries and all that. What role can the state play? At least we know that the federal government cannot do magic, like you rightly said. But there's something that can be done quickly from this individual state and even the local government to jumpstart the economy, at least to sustain jobs. What do you think, or how do you think that this can be done?
Well, I believe that one area which Nigeria can be faulted in our democratic experience is the way in which the states and local government have had to rely solely on sharing money and not creating jobs. And this is very important. Every state has some opportunity which they must look into and see how they can better the lot of their people within their states and local government area. People are talking of mineral resources. Not only that, there are some joint venture exercises which are going on by some states. They call various countries. Many European countries are depressed. They want to come and invest in this country. They are concerned. They want to invest in states that give them the opportunity to partake and all the rest of things. If this thing is done sincerely and genuinely, you can get a lot of other developing countries as well as the third world in Europe Because Europe is not, you have the first class, you have the second class, you have the third in Europe. Which might be ready to come and partner states to provide services which people will benefit, gain employment. And that employment generation is the most important.
Okay. Let me take Joseph's call. Joseph, are you there from K2? Joseph, are you there?
Yeah, hello.
Yes, please go ahead.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
About the I want to contribute about the ministerial.
Yes, go ahead.
I think the list is a bit okay, but there are some errors there. So there are some people that are not supposed to be there.
Like?
You know, like somebody like Obunia or no, I have not.
What do you have against
had somebody like that?
What do you have against Obunia?
No, Obunia is in fact it doesn't function well.
Hey, what? You don't have anything function. How? It doesn't share money.
That Joseph. Interestingly, Ogbunaya, a lot of people didn't have issues with him. They expected him to be nominated. Like I read in the papers that they were not even surprised about that nomination.
Don't forget that there were rumors that a lot of names were sent and some people did not make it. So we should stop all this grammar.
So I was going to ask you that you've seen the ministerial list, like our caller said. Who amongst the chosen do you think can take us
our economy forward?
To take our economy forward amongst them?
Not yet.
Well,
let's answer for the man now.
Basically, it should be a teamwork. We don't know the portfolio and the policies that will be given by the president to someone like ex-Governor Fashola, who is tested in our domain, who we can vouch for. I also work with Ogbunaya. His weakness is that he's a gentleman. You know, when you hear an Igbo man complaining about Ogbunaya, it is because he's a gentleman. It's not a typical aggressive type of person. You know, my own view on all this ministerial list is this. If you have a normal distribution, you put all the politicians in Nigeria and you put them together. What you have seen is a product of the normal 68% of those population are what you have seen that have been gathered. And they are informed by one. The fact that most people talk about Buhari is a good man, is this, is that. Buhari is from Katsina. He's a Puritan. It's not because the man has some gift that he will not steal. It's not just in their culture or nature. Even if you put all the money before him, he would rather take one little bit, build one small house, and against all the people who are building big houses. He's from Katsina. That's their way of life.
Let me take this call, sir. Let me pause you for a second from Tony. Tony, are you there, my papa?
Yeah,
sorry for keeping you. Go ahead.
Please, the additional list I'm not comfortable with.
Okay.
Amici has been indicted, and they are allowing to be called upon to minister for this country. Fashola also, same thing. So we have some corrupt individuals in that list.
Alleged.
You want to fight corruption. So how do you tackle this?
Okay, let's see if they work or not, right? Okay,
let me just say something. As I was saying about the president, I call him General Buhari because of my own encounter with him in 1985.
Well, he has said that he's not general.
Well, he will always be a general and Mr. and president. Okay. You know, the important thing is this: if any of them misbehave, they will be very sorry.
If any of them
misbehave, let me tell you this: they will be very, very sorry.
Okay.
The guy will speak less, but the action will be going on underneath. So I think Nigerians should be patient.
That's true.
You need political patronage. That has to be done when you're setting up this thing. And a lot of young people who have come up in the last few years, I don't see what they have done spectacularly.
Yeah, now they have destroyed the economy.
To upstage the elderly ones.
They have destroyed our educational sector.
We have to be very careful. Let us be trustful in the president. The way he's going on about the economy, there are some stringent steps that he has already taken, which, of course, reading the whole issue is that it's a strategic way of doing certain things before you form a government, which he has done in the last 4 months. Otherwise, some of these things would not have been done.
Okay.
So they formed the foundation.
We have to run up quickly, so let's start some tweets.
We had a fantastic team in the last government, but they didn't achieve much because we know that the head, did not do a lot in leadership. For instance, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala kept on shouting that we should have been saving in the years that Nigeria had, the major boom that we had in the oil sector. Now we don't have so much money. Moving forward with the new government and the new names that you have seen, solution, what do you advise that Nigerians must do to avoid a recession by next year? Well,
the first thing is that we have to learn from the experience of what happened in Europe. When they had their meltdown, the question was not to say, don't invest, we don't have money and all the rest of things. Whatever was available, they invested, they trained people. A lot of fraud is going on in Nigeria today. Everybody is calling people entrepreneurs and all these things and all these things. But what people really forget is that we are talking about training people in basic skills, vocational skills. That is what we need. Go back to vocational skills so that you get more people employed and do a good job. Otherwise, this country will degenerate into what Europe was in the early 1970s. When most of their citizens cannot even paint, cannot do any domestic work, and you have to be bringing people from Europe to come and do their job.
I think that goes back to our local government being more involved. Yes. Let's take some tweets, please.
Okay, Bokoyi Olabanji says, President Buhari's hope for economic growth, and I think he's trying his best. President Buhari is hope for economic growth, and I think he's trying his best. I think our economy can do better by December. Do you agree, sir?
Abdulrazak.
No, not by December, please.
by 4 years. Abdulrazak says, Mr. Ganiyu Koledoye is sound, intelligent, and widely informed. I have learned from his presentation.
Koledoye.
Aruna Oye. Aruna Maikono says, Jumoke and Co, let me tell you guys, most of Nigerians expect Buhari to bring new people from heaven. Tunde Odeyinde says, Awolowo 37, Akintola 36, Ahmadu Bello 36, Effiong 36, Balewa 34, Okoti Ebo 27, and Naoro 27. Listen how our leaders were in the days of yore.
Antonio says, PNB's hope for economic growth can be possible if we Nigerians can be patient, because human being cannot be satisfied.
Right. I think that's all we can take on this show this morning. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, my dears.
We hope we don't get into recession.
Amen.
Because we just pray that we're able to. And our local government chairman, honestly, we need to start knocking on their doors to be. They can't just be chairman for chairman.
Even if we get into recession, Murayo, the ideology for recession is a winning team. If you have an intelligent team, they can take us out of recession.
So it will be slowed down.
Yes, it will just slow down, but that doesn't mean we'll crumble.
If you see all the predictions by the World Bank, by everybody, the issue is that Nigeria is still going to achieve 4% GDP this year, and is going to progress to 6% GDP. Where is the recession coming from?
Oh, wow. All right, thank you so much. That's all we can take on the show today. It was a fabulous show. So you can catch us on YouTube. You can search for TV Continental and search for Yourview. You can also watch us on Google+, or same thing, TV Continental. The best cure for breast cancer is early detection. Get tested today. The breakfast show continues. Stay with us for break.